Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about my experience getting a brow lamination and lash lift for the first time. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you every week like a check-in on how everything is going, what things look like along the way. I wasn't able to take you into my actual appointment, but I do show you what my results look like initially right after I got the services done. And every week I come back to give you an update on how things are looking. In this video, I will also be sharing my thoughts with you on how I felt like the experience was, how it went for me and all that kind of stuff. As always, if you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comment box below and I will answer your questions as best as I can based on my personal experience. If any of you out there have also gotten these services done, let me know how it went for you and how long the results lasted. As you're watching this video, if you enjoy it and find it helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. I'm going in for my very first brow lamination and lash lift appointment. I've never gotten anything like this before, so this is what my lashes look like naturally without any makeup on. I have no brow products. Sorry, that probably looked kind of scary with my eyes, but yeah, so I'm gonna head up to my appointment and then we can chat later. Hey guys, so quite some time has passed since we last spoke. I was on my way to my lash lift and brow lamination appointment and I was running late, which is why I was talking so quickly earlier. There was like some unexpected traffic that I ran into, and then after my appointment there were some other things that I needed to get home to do. So here we are. Now it is about 8:30 and I just wanted to come on and show you guys the results of what happened today. So just for some background, this is the first time that I've ever gotten a brow lamination and lash lift. So both of those services were brand new to me. Some things that just kind of led up to me having these services done. Like one, you know, I've been seeing a lot of pictures online for other people out there who have gotten the brow lamination done, and I thought, like, it looked really good on them. I kind of wanted to see what it would be like for me. As far as any lash services go, that's something in particular that I am personally, like, this is just my own preference or like hesitations. I get pretty nervous about anything having to do with my lashes. The reason being is because, like, maybe it's like a stereotypical or some kind of thing, and some of you guys out there may have noticed this yourselves, but you know, oftentimes Asians don't have very long lashes, and this is something that others have commented to me, that I have like oddly long lashes for an Asian person, and I guess like that's really why I was scared to do it. I didn't want to like mess up my lashes. You know, over time I did realize that my lashes were pretty long, and this is not like me bragging about my lashes or anything like that. Like, I have no control over like how they grow. I don't use any serums or anything like that. At one point I was a little bit curious about lash extensions, but I had heard just to kind of fill it out, because while my lashes may be long, as you can see in the camera, they're not like super thick. Like, I don't have a lot of lashes. I have like really long lashes. I feel like this has changed a little bit over time. Like, I feel like when I was younger, maybe in high school or something like that, I feel like my lashes were a little bit fuller. So that was one of the reasons why I had kind of considered getting lash extensions to like fill it in a little bit, but I've heard like horror stories with that, and some of you guys out there probably get lash extensions and have no issues and it's totally fine. But you know, a couple of people here and there who I've talked about, like, I know some people who like can't live without it, go in for services often, regularly, etc. And then there's some other people who are like, I just got it for a special occasion. Maybe it was their wedding, maybe it was something that they were going to go to, like an event or some kind of trip, and they don't want to have to bring like any makeup stuff with them or whatever. And once they, you know, the lashes naturally fell out, they were like, oh my god, my lashes look completely different. Like, you know, it's like, I wish I had never done that. And so that is something that really scared me. Same thing goes with like all of those like lash growth serums. I feel like I'm very cautious about things that I put around in my eye area, especially because my lashes are already naturally really long. I'm not trying to do anything that's like could potentially mess that up. So same thing for the lash lift. It was something that I was very nervous about, but at the end of the day, it is something that I had wanted to try out, because, you know, honestly, a lot of other people had commented to me like, you should get a lash lift, like you should get your lashes perm, like all that kind of stuff. And so years and years and years later, today I am actually going and, you know, trying out these services. So I feel like this is what my lashes would look like if I used an eyelash curler. I feel like I do like the result. The person who I went to for the services said that, you know, based on like my lashes, or like based on her experience, and she's been doing this for like a long time, and I don't know, like lash cycles, like maybe people who naturally have shorter lashes, the cycle is more frequent and their lashes maybe like naturally fall out and new ones have to grow back like quicker within like a shorter period of time. Maybe that's why their lashes don't get as long. I don't know. That's just like me guessing about how that might work. If you happen to know the answer to that, let me know down in the comments. That's something that, you know, I feel like would be kind of interesting. But she said for my lash length, and this is what got me thinking, that she would expect the curl to last me up to 8 weeks. So she said, you know, obviously naturally lashes will be like falling out like throughout the 8-week period, and new lashes will be growing back in. So, you know, the new lashes growing back in are going to be straight because they were not lifted like, you know, the ones that I have on my eyes right now. But yeah, I would definitely say that I am pleased with the results. I'm just gonna like look in different directions. Sorry if you like eyes freak you out or anything like that, but I just want to show you guys as best as I can what it looks like. And you know, they tell you to wear little or no makeup if possible, like to go in for your appointment, which like pretty much is what I did. I had filmed a video earlier, took off all my makeup, washed my face, and just put like sunscreen and moisturizer on, and then went into my appointment like that. You know, that's something that I was thinking ahead of time because I was wearing mascara earlier, but you know, it wouldn't make sense. Like I don't feel like all of the treatments they were doing would have been able to do anything if I was wearing mascara at that time. So I took it all off. I actually think it would be really interesting for me to do a 8-week check-in just really quick with you guys along the way so that we can see how things are lasting. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this is something that I would do if it was like worth my money. You know, I definitely feel like getting a lash lift is a luxury. I do have like perfectly fine lash curlers, brand new, waiting in the box for me to whip them out and use them. And so, you know, it's not something that like I need to do, but I definitely feel like it adds a little bit of something, you know, without having me to do like one extra step, which honestly, I don't mind curling my lashes on a daily basis anyway. But yeah, so then my brow lamination, I didn't want to touch my brows because I feel like anytime you're getting something like treated like this, like something permanent, you should just kind of like leave it alone. And so I feel like my brows right now look a little bit messy. You guys may also agree, and if you do, I think that's totally fine. We're all just like being honest with each other. Let's see, there we go. But yeah, so my brows, this is what they look like. I don't notice like a super dramatic difference with my brows as I do, for example, like with my lashes. So for a 24-hour period, you're not supposed to get your eyes or eyebrows like wet. So for example, like fully washing your face and splashing water on your face is not something that you should do. So I'm just kind of waiting until the 24-hour period is over before I try to like brush through my brows to see if they will like go in some other directions and maybe not look as messy. But you know, I also want to fill in my brows a little bit as I normally would with a pencil to see like kind of how that goes as well. Maybe brow lamination is just supposed to like help your brows look a little bit fuller in that kind of way. But yeah, so I'm gonna see how that goes first before I make my final decision on if I truly love the brow lamination part of it. It might just be like my eyebrows, the shape of my eyebrows, the thickness of my eyebrow hairs, because my eyebrows are like the individual strands of hair are pretty thick. So maybe that's why it's not looking like other pictures I've seen online with the results of someone else's brow lamination experience. And you know, all of our experiences will be different, and sometimes you won't know how it's going to work out for you until you actually go in and try it. I'm not sure what I was expecting with the brow lamination, but yeah, I also don't know if it depends like where you go, who you go to, like, you know, all that kind of stuff might play into it as well. At the end of the day, I truly think that it's just like my brows, like the shape of my brows, and I feel like maybe I was trying to achieve a thicker brow look that maybe like nothing really would be able to help me with, just the way that my brows are right now, but we shall see over time, and I will definitely check in with you guys to let you know. But yeah, as of right now, you know, it's been like several hours since I got in for my appointment, and yeah, it was like the toughest thing to try to take a shower and like wash my hair and stuff like that without getting my eyebrows wet. I had like some water dripping down my forehead. I was like trying to wipe it off, and I did wash my face from here down normally, and then I just kind of like wiped my forehead off. I figured I could at least do that for 24 hours, and I probably won't break out or anything, so thank goodness for that. But yeah, I will check back with you guys in about a week or so. Hey guys, so it's been about a week since I got my lash lift done, so I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys. So I hope the lighting, I mean, it looks pretty good. So this is currently what my lashes look like. I feel like it looks very close to when like right after I got it. So yeah, lashes are still super curled. I feel like something that I did want to point out that I noticed that happened to me was that like right around, like really close to my lash line, I think whatever they used to like curl lashes and all that stuff did dry my skin out a little bit. So that's one thing that I'll point out. But yeah, lashes are still like super curled. I'll try to like look in different directions so that you guys can see what that looks like. Also, so I'm currently not wearing any makeup or anything like that, and like I mentioned to you guys, I did also get a brow lamination. So this is kind of how that's looking. Maybe I should have like brushed through them a little bit first. At the end of the day, so like my initial thoughts about the brow lamination, I'm not sure like I got as much benefit out of it as maybe some other people may feel like it benefits them. They are like, I feel like I have very thick, like I don't have a lot of brow. Like, I mean, I feel like I have a good amount of brows, but the actual like individual hairs are thick. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but I feel like without the brow lamination, I'm able to like get my brows to go in the direction I want them to a little bit better. And I feel like this looks like pretty messy to me. You guys may feel the same way, but I do feel like my brows look a little bit messier than they did before I got the brow lamination. So that's one thing that I'll point out. But yeah, I still like how the lashes looked. They're still super curled. Here, I'll look directly at the camera. Yeah, I feel like they still look super curled. I think, I'm not sure this is something that I would do like all the time or continue to do like constantly, but I could see myself getting a lash curl occasionally. But yeah, anyways, just wanted to do this 1 week check-in, and I will check back with you guys next week. Hi guys, just wanted to come on to give you another weekly update on my lash lift and brow lamination services. So I'm currently not wearing any makeup, and this is what my lashes look like right now. They're still really curled. It basically is the same amount of curl as it was like right after I got the service done. And I would try to like turn my head a little bit from left to right so that you can see what the lashes look like. I feel like, you know, honestly, for the past 2 weeks, I do have some lashes that have like naturally just fallen out, which is to be expected because lashes do that, just like hair on our heads. It, you know, just kind of naturally goes through their growing cycle. So I feel like there are some shorter lashes that I have that obviously were not curled when I got the lash lift done initially. So I've noticed that, you know, that's something that I notice a little bit, but it's not impacting the way that my lashes look, like when I wear mascara or anything like that. I still have not been using an eyelash curler to curl my lashes. I've just been wearing it just like this. I do feel like my brows look a little bit better after, you know, a couple of weeks now. Initially, I kind of felt like they were going in directions that I wasn't super crazy about, but I did trim them after some time because some of them were getting a little bit longer, and I didn't want that to be super obvious. But yeah, now I feel like it looks a lot more clean after I trimmed them on my own, and I just used like a little spoolie. Actually, they gave me a spoolie that they were using on me when I was there for my appointment. It's just one of those like ones that they would toss after you leave, so they gave it to me because they were going to throw it away anyway. So yeah, that's what I used to kind of like brush up my eyebrows to trim a little bit on the top. This one probably needs a little bit of plucking, but yeah, I feel like I like the way that my brows look right now. I also think they look a little bit better after I fill them in with a pencil. And I have been using a little bit of gel because my brows do get pretty long. I know I mentioned I trimmed it, but it just kind of helps keep the ones that I haven't yet trimmed in place a little bit better. You know, at the end of the day, thinking about lash lift or brow lamination and which one is more worth it, for me personally, I would say that the lash lift is probably more worth my while. I don't feel like the brow lamination did like too much to help me necessarily, but I do feel like it was a good experience to find out. There's still a few more weeks that I will be doing an update, but just wanted to show you guys what everything looks like after 2 weeks. Let me know down in the comments if you've had a similar experience or if you've gotten a lash lift and brow lamination before, because I'd be interested to hear how that works out for you guys after a couple of weeks and like through the whole cycle and all that stuff. Hi friends, I'm back again with another lash lift and eyebrow lamination update. I realized that all the times that I've been giving you guys updates, I haven't been wearing any makeup. I'm not sure if that helps you guys or if you're wondering what it looks like when I'm wearing makeup. So I thought I would just come on today. This is like the 3rd week since I've gotten both of those services done. So here's what my lashes look like. I'm using a new mascara. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's a Pillow Talk mascara. And I actually found that, so the mascara, obviously, as you can probably tell, it's not super volumizing, but I do feel like it was very like lifting. And as you can probably tell, it separated my lashes like really well. It looks like I have like a ton of lashes, I feel like. But yeah, so this is what that looks like. And again, I'll look in like some different angles, so hopefully you guys can get a better idea of what the lash lift looks like with mascara. So since I have the lash lift, obviously I did not curl my lashes. Normally I would, had I not gotten the service done. And yeah, so all I did was put the mascara on, and this is what my brows look like. Filled in. So I just use a brow pencil. Today I use the Hourglass. It's like the finer tip brow pencil that they have. And this is what my brows look like. But yeah, I think I've mentioned to you guys that I don't feel like I got as much out of the brow lamination as I did the lash lift. And normally I would put brow gel through my brows. I did not do that today. I have been trimming my brows down a little bit since I got the service done because my brows tend to grow like kind of fast. But yeah, so this is what it looks like today, and I will give you guys an update next week. All right, here is another lash lift and brow lamination update. So this is the 5th week since I've had the service done. I am super sorry I forgot to give you guys an update last week, but everything still looks a lot the same. I know right now I'm looking a little bit up into the camera, but I will look straight on into the camera. This is what it looks like from the sides. I feel like my lashes still look really lifted, and I do notice, I think there are like a couple right around here that actually like fell out. So obviously when those lashes grew back in, they were straight because they were not permed. So there is a little bit of that going on, but otherwise I feel like the curl is still pretty much the same for the other, like the longer lashes that I've had for the past few weeks. But yeah, I still feel like it's looking really good. It still looks really good when I'm using mascara. As for the brows, I have been trimming them here and there. I did fill them in with a pencil a bit. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of what my brows look like even though I haven't gotten them laminated. So I think it's just like the way that my brows are and how they grow in, and like how the actual like brow hairs are for me, that it looks a lot the same. But yeah, definitely I can tell a difference in my lashes. They still look curled, a lot more curled than they would if I didn't have a lash lift and if I didn't curl them with a lash curler. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like it's still hanging on, but yeah, so far still happy with my results. I have a couple more weeks that I'll be checking in with you before I post this video, since the expectation was it would probably last me about 8 weeks. But yeah, I still think it's going really good. All right, you guys, I'm back. Here is this week's lash update. So I do have a little bit of mascara on. I did notice this morning as I was applying the mascara, especially on this side, I do have quite a few lashes that I think like fell out sometime in the past few weeks after I got my lash lift, because I can definitely see like several straight strands of my lashes coming through, but I feel like it still looks really good. I didn't curl my lashes or anything like that today, so just, you know, giving you guys that weekly update. This is how things are looking right now. So I still think they look super lifted. I'm actually really surprised at how this is lasting. I think I have a couple more weeks before I reach the 8-week mark, which is how long the where I went to go and get the lash lift expected this to last for me. So I would say they're pretty on track. I hope that I'm giving you guys a good view of how it's going. I do feel like the mascara I'm using right now is by Charlotte Tilbury. It's their Pillow Talk mascara. I feel like it does help give a lift with the brush that it comes with, so maybe that's helping out as well. All right, so this is going to be my final update on my brow lamination and lash lift procedures, and I just wanted to basically close this out. So as you can probably see on camera, here is what everything looks like today. I feel like the only area on my brows where you can actually tell the brow lamination process, let's see if it'll focus, but it's kind of just like right here, like literally just right, like way in the middle. Otherwise I feel like everything about my brows has grown out, and you can barely even tell that I got a brow lamination to begin with. This is basically what my brows look like on a normal basis. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I'm not sure if I might try going somewhere else for a brow lamination and just see how those results are, but I don't really see a huge difference. I do generally like the shape of this brow better than this one. This one has always kind of like grown in, like has a mind of its own a little bit. But yeah, at the end of the day, in regards to the brow lamination, I feel like my brows look pretty much like they normally would if I had not gotten a brow lamination. I think I kind of shared that with you guys all the way at the beginning, where it barely looked like there was a huge change in my brows. I did notice that my brow hairs were kind of like going in a little bit of a different direction than they are like today, for example, but it didn't give me that look like how I see in pictures a lot, where the brows are like really pushed up and look really full and thick. So that's not a particular look that I achieved going through getting that kind of service. So just wanted to throw that out there, that sometimes, you know, the way things end up aren't how they look like in photos, which I think this is a good example of that. I'm not sure if I, you know, were to go somewhere else, if I would get different results. That's something that I might consider trying to do sometime in the future, but obviously I don't really feel like there's any rush for that. Like, I don't really feel like I would benefit too much from a brow lamination. Like, I can't imagine my brows would look like too different, but maybe one of these days, like a couple of months from now or something like that, I might try somewhere else. We'll see. But this is how my lashes look right now. I don't have anything on my lashes. I hope it's giving you guys a good representation of how they look. I'll look a little to the side too. Hopefully you can see what they look like. They have gotten a little bit straighter since I got the lash lift done, but that's because, you know, the eyelashes that I had when I got the lash lift done, some of those just naturally fell out, and then when the new lash grew back in, obviously it wasn't, you know, permed or lifted, so it did come back in straight. I do notice that when I use a lash curler now, my lashes get really curled. Like, they're very lifted, a lot more than the procedure ever did, or even I mean, I feel like I could have achieved that kind of curl with an eyelash curler before, but I would have really needed to like go in there and really like curl my lashes a lot. So just for reference, like I mentioned, this is basically like my 8-week check-in with you guys on how everything has been lasting. I got the procedure done on April 1st and today is May 24th. So it's not a full 8 weeks, but I can imagine it would look a whole lot different like 3 days from now. So I wanted to just come on here and show you guys what it looks like now, because I did want to make sure I had time to edit this video and get it up. When I'm looking in the camera now, I do feel like my lashes still look pretty lifted, like kind of in this area right here. And this is the area where my lashes are a little bit more straight now because of the natural lash cycle and my lashes falling out. On this eye, it does look pretty lifted, like on the edges and kind of through here. I think it's just kind of like, you know, here and there in between where my lashes fell out, and this end corner also is still pretty lifted. So I'm pretty sure I've retained those lashes as well. I also think that because the lashes have grown, you know, I mean, 8 weeks have passed. Obviously, some of these lashes are still in here. I think because it's grown, the curl is probably like near to the end tip of my lashes. So maybe it doesn't look as lifted as it did before, but I still think it looks like pretty good. It definitely looks a lot more curled and lifted had I not gotten a lash lift at all, like if it were just my straight natural lashes, because my lashes are very straight. But at the end of the day, I do feel like a lash lift is something that I would enjoy to do occasionally, like every once in a while. It's good to know for me that it lasts about 8 weeks. I feel like, you know, 2 months is a good amount of time in between. It's not like something that I'm having to do like every other week or every 3 weeks. Seems pretty frequent too. So I feel like, you know, it's a little bit worthwhile for me, I feel. I think it was only the past few days where I picked up my lash curler, not because I felt like I needed to curl my lashes, but because the straight pieces are kind of in between. So when I had used mascara, you could definitely tell some of my lashes were really straight while others were curled, and it was just a little bit inconsistent. So I wanted to kind of even everything out. All right, everyone, that's pretty much it. I hope you found this helpful. This is definitely only based on my personal experience with getting the brow lamination and lash lift done. I also wanted to show you guys what it looks like when I wear mascara and fill in my brows. So right now I'm using an It Cosmetics brow pencil. It's one of their like finer tip pencils that I've really been liking. I probably could use like a little trim on my brows and like that kind of stuff, but I did want to show you guys what it looks like when everything is filled in. Right now for mascara, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk mascara, which I have really been liking. I did also curl my lashes a little bit. I feel like this is like, I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't curled my lashes in the past 8 weeks because I had the lash lift done, or like I mentioned in the video, I was kind of curling my lashes like a few days ago, like that kind of stuff. But I do feel like my lashes look a lot more like lifted and open than prior to me ever getting a lash lift. But like I mentioned, maybe it's because I haven't been doing anything because of the services that I got done, and it was kind of like helping me along with my everyday routine with cutting back on some of those things. But yeah, I really like this mascara. It definitely adds a little bit of volume and helps to lift the lashes as well. It also, like, I mean, I've been using this mascara for about a month now. I don't feel like it's like really clumpy or anything like that. The brush is really cool. So this is what it looks like. Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury. And here is what the wand looks like. So as you can see, there's these tiny little bristles, and actually it's flat like this. So I really only use either side the bristles to apply the mascara. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. But yeah, this really helps to like lift everything up. This is 2 coats. So I went in on one side with one end and turned it around into the other side. Then, you know, got some more mascara and did it again. But yeah, this is what my lashes look like when they're curled and wearing mascara. I really like how it looks like right now, actually just like this. And I feel like it does look a little bit more like open and lifted after the lash lift, even though I've curled my lashes like just a little bit. Normally when I curl my lashes, I do like start at the base and like kind of curl my way out. My lashes are pretty long. I mean, I've gotten comments on my lashes being pretty long, just in general. So yeah, this is what everything looks like. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. All right, well, I hope you all found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.